Hi, this is Mrs. Laverty, the librarian at Townsend Harris, here to show you how to search the library's catalog. You can access the library's catalog from any computer that has access to the internet. You do not need to be in school to access the catalog. All you need is an internet connection, a computer, or a smart device. The first thing you'll do, and the easiest way to search the catalog, is after you go to a browser, go to the Townsend Harris website. On the Townsend Harris website, you can go to the academic section, the library tab, and the library page will open up. When you have a moment, I advise you to explore the links on the left-hand side of the screen because they are there to help you. Today we are going to be looking at the library catalog link. When you click it, the library catalog will open up in a new tab. The home page will display. Here it tells you where you can use the library catalog. There are two links here for suggestions to improve the library or to submit a book review. If you click on these links, they will take you to a Google form. After you filled out the form, you can send it to me. I will try and accommodate any suggestions that you make. The library calendar tells you when classes are scheduled, or when colleges are scheduled to visit, or when I'm going to be out at a conference. You can check to see if your class is supposed to come in case you've forgotten, or if there is a college you want to check out. Now, to search the library catalog, you just click on this tab. Here, you will see a search box, kind of reminiscent of Google. It's very similar to Google with the exception that it only searches the library's holdings. You can search with a keyword, title, author, subject, or series. You can also do a power search, which combines search terms. You can narrow your search down here by material type, whether or not the book was an award winner, reading levels, interest levels, and reading programs. Townsend doesn't use any reading programs, so this box here you don't have to worry about. So, I am a huge fan of fairy tales, so I am going to do a fairy tale keyword search. After typing in fairy tales, I will click on keyword and I will get my search results. Might take a couple of seconds depending on how quick your internet connection is. Here, up on the upper left hand corner, you will see what you searched for. If you're getting results that you are not looking for, you can refine your search. It tells me that we have 55 titles and it's showing 1 to 25 of them. You can sort by the call number, title, author, date, type, status, and relevance. And it tells you here how you can go on to the next pages. A really cool feature of the catalog is that we can see some of the covers so we know what the book looks like. If we're looking for a specific book and we know what the cover looks like, this can be helpful. It can also be helpful when looking on the shelves for a specific book. As I scroll down, I see title. I have a details button that I can click. Here it tells me the library owns 3 copies and 3 of them are available. It tells me the publisher and it tells me the interest level and the call number. This little icon here tells me that the material is a book. I keep scrolling down. I can go to my next page and see what we have available. Now, as I scroll, I've decided that I want to look at The Rose and the Beast, Fairy Tales Retold by Francesca Leigh Bloch. I want to know a little bit more about the book, so I'll click on the title. Here it says it's 9 classic fairy tales set in modern magical Landscape and Retold with a Twist. Sounds interesting? The call number here tells me it's a story collection, short stories, so it will be in the short story section of the library under BLO. There's some more information here. What lists, any awards it's won, any reviews it's gotten are listed here. Over here as well, it tells you about library prizes the book may have won. Now, if I click on the link up here, I can see if anybody in New York City Public Schools that has Destiny reviewed it. Unfortunately, no one has reviewed it. If I click on copies, it tells me that Townsend Harris has one copy. If other libraries in the public schools have it, they would be listed here as well. Now, that is pretty much what you can do without logging into the catalog. And if you notice, we were able to search and find the books without logging in. But if we log in, there are a couple of more features available to you. So, to log into the catalog, you click on the upper right-hand corner to the Login section. Here, you will see a place for a username and password. In the next couple of weeks, you should be getting an email as well as a notice in your attendance class about your Townsend Harris High School library catalog username and password. It is not the same as your email. It is different, so please be on the lookout for it. If you don't get it, you can always come into the library and speak to me, and I will give you your username and password. Right now, I'm going to log in as a student, put my username and password in. I will click Login. I am not going to save my password. I advise you not to save passwords on computers unless it's your own personal computer. I know that I am logged in because up in the upper right hand corner it says Townsend Harris. That is me, the student Townsend Harris. The home page is exactly the same, still have the 2 links for improvements and book reviews. The calendar is also the same. You still have the catalog tab, same exact catalog, say search it the same way. Then you also have the My Info tab. The My Info tab is unique to you, the user. For here, it's for Townsend Harris. You can see that he has a book out called The Haters. It tells you when the book was checked out. It tells you over here when the book is due. If you're not finished with the book, you can renew it from home from your computer just by clicking in Renew. Here in this section, it tells you if you have any fines. Unfortunately, Townsend Harris has a fine because the material he returned was late. When he renewed this book, it was late and he owes 10 cents to the library. This section here, holds, says that he put a book on hold called the list. The list, when it was checked out, when it comes back into the library, he will get a message stating that the book is ready in an email. Also here, it says the status is pending. And when the status is that the book is available, this too will change. If Townsend Harris has decided that he no longer wants the book, he can remove the hold by clicking delete. You will get a message, are you sure you want to delete the request for the list? And he can either click yes or no. I ask that if you change your mind for a hold, that you delete the hold request, only so that if somebody else is waiting, they will have access to the material. So yes, I am going to delete the hold. Finally, recommended titles is here. Somebody recommended this book, somebody being me, to Townsend Harris, telling them that it was a very interesting view on Sleeping Beauty. He can click here for details, and if he's read it or is not interested, can also click delete. Now, let's talk about added features with the catalog for checking books out or borrowing books. So, I am at home and I am searching for a book that I want to read, and I'm going to see if the library has it. And the name of the book is Cinder. So I know the specific title of the book, so I type in click on title. When I click title, the one book comes up, and this is the one that I want. it says one of one is available. So that means it is already in the library, but it's Friday night. I want to make sure I can get that book Monday morning. So I will click on the title of the book, and it's the same thing here. You have the brief little summary of what the book is about. This book actually has 5 reviews, 5-star reviews. Now, I want to make sure that the library holds the book for me. If I click on Hold It, the library will get a message that the book is being held for you, so nobody can take it out, and you will get a message to please pick up before 10/5/2016. If you click the reviews, you can see who has reviewed the book, what they have said about the book. Now, you can add your own review by clicking here. You can give it as many stars as you see fit, and you can enter your comments below. When you click save, I will get a message that you have posted a review. The reviews will not post until we can check to make sure that they are appropriate for the school's website. I'm going to go back to my results here. Another great thing about the catalog and being logged in, you can recommend a book, you can find a person's name, you can click go. Oh, if you look carefully, it says here, once you have recommended this title to a patron, he or she will not appear in this list. So this means I've already, Townsend Harrisell's already recommended this book to me, so I can't recommend it again. But you can recommend it to somebody else. Finally, I'm going back to my search results. Now, if you remember when we originally searched for this book, it said we had 1 of 1 available. It now states we have 0 of 1 available because this book is on hold. And until the hold is removed, that book won't be available until it's returned. So you have many advantages of signing on to the catalog, so I advise you to use that feature. One of the last things I want to show you is resource lists. Resource lists are lists where you can create a book list of materials that you may want to read or use in the future. Currently, there are no public lists, but if we go to My List, I have My Personal List. My Personal List, I can view the materials that I've placed on it, and if you look carefully, you can see that I've placed a bunch of titles. If I want to add titles to this resource list, I can click Library Search and click, let's say, World War II. I'm doing a keyword search, and there are 28 titles with the keyword search of World War II. If I scroll down my list, I can see that this book is already in my list, but maybe I want to add Poets of World War II. Very simple to add a book to the list. Just click Add to the list. Now, if I want to view my list again, I go on to the left-hand side, click on Resource Lists. Now I can view my list. Here I can decide whether or not I want to save the list as a text file, or if I want to email this list to someone, maybe someone who I'm working a group project with, and I want them to see the books I'm considering using. I can also print this list. Here I can see if the book is in the library or if it's been checked out. I can remove the book from the list, or I can click Citation. And here it gives me all the information that I need for a citation. I'm going back to my personal list. If I scroll down on the bottom, I can create a list of citations with all of these books by clicking Go. And here in MLA Style is my citation list. I can also click a bibliography. It will be sorted by call number and author. I have checked show notes, so if I click go, it includes the little summary about the book here in my bibliography with notes that can be printed. So the library catalog is here for your use and has a lot of great information for you. I advise you to take advantage of it. If you have any questions or concerns, or you need to know your username and password and haven't gotten it, please feel free to come into the library and speak to me. I'd be more than happy to help.